Hello everyone. In this video I'll be covering the grow room, the benches, and the lighting system. Now I'll start with the benches. These benches, if it looks like they're a little rickety and very recycled, it is. This bench, as well as this one, used to be along the wall here. This whole entire wall, it was kind of crooked, this and that. So I basically came in, cut everything way down using reciprocating sawzall, and all these pieces were roughly 20 inches deep, which is just good enough to put a tray on, a 1020 tray. And the way I have it set up in here, and it's a little tight for camera shots, but this one here can hold two lights, or I should say two sets of lights, total of 8 feet, and the shelf itself is about 8.5, close to 9 feet, and it will hold 8 trays. This bench over here, this section here, where the light is, will hold 2 lights, about 4.5 feet. This will hold 4 trays. And then the little section over here, which is kind of where my potting station is, there'll be 2 lights. I only have one now. The other one's being used out in the shop, but I'll have another one, and then I'll be able to hold another 4 trays. So if you add that up, 4, 4, and 8, you get 16. And last year I was at 12 trays. Not that I'm actually going to I might not use the whole entire space, but more than likely I will, because I want to be growing a lot again this next year. Down on the bottom, I could easily put a piece of wood or so down, or attach lights to these to almost double the capacity of how much space I have here. And the same being said, is if I really needed to, I could cut these lights to about here, put another shelf, and put another light system. So I mean, this setup is very expandable, and I say 12 trays could be easily expanded to 24 and to 36. And if you're growing 36 trays worth of things, vegetables, herbs, what have you, on a hobby basis, you're talking some serious soil and serious seeds. May get to that at some point, because this structure, it should last, you know, indefinitely. It's cool down here in the winter time, but it's a little moist in the spring and the fall. But plastic, and this is all, you know, interior wood, if you will, and there's plastic on the outside, so there's no reason why it should rot away fairly quickly. So what I'm getting at, my shelves, and then I took, for the lighting, which I want to cover as well, I took some 2x4s, raised them up, put some braces, and then this is just the 1x2s. It's doubled up. It's about 9.5 feet, so it's actually one piece and a little piece, and that's why I doubled it up. And then braces, and then there's braces everywhere, as you can see. Brace on that. This will hold these lights, and then the same deal here, a piece of 1x4 across, and then hang the lights. And everything that's in here, as far as wood, other than the structure itself, is all recycled. So it basically cost me $0 in materials for any of this. I mean, yeah, I used a couple screws, I used a couple of nails, okay, so say $5, $5 worth of materials. $5 to grow 12 trays, I think that's a pretty good trade-off. I'm not sorry, not 12 trays, 16 trays. I was originally going to have 12, but then I said, you know what, I'm going to have 16. But anyway, I know I'm moving kind of fast here, but I'm going to keep this short. My lights. The lights are exactly the same as last year. I have 4 of these ones, which were recycled from the barn when we redid the lighting last spring. And then these here, I have 3 of these, and I'll be getting one more, which will be 4. These are just your regular shop lights that have a cord already attached to them. These lights here are actually wired in a cord, because these are meant to be wired in a series, just with hard wire. There's no plug, but I added a plug. It's very simple to do, very basic electrical work. You just match the colors to the colors and follow the directions if you need to. And then each one holds 2 either T12 or T8, I believe they're called, bulbs. One of them are these ones here that are in the older units. They're thicker than these bulbs. I really don't see a difference with light output. And then basically I have these chains again, chained up around here, and then I have a little hook on this end and a hook down here. So these can be raised from basically where they are here all the way up here if I need be. And this is probably 2.5, close to 3 feet. And I don't think I'll be growing anything that tall inside the house, except maybe some tomatoes or peppers, depending on how the season goes. And then everything's repeated, 2 here, 2 there, 2 there, and it's all done exactly the same. The lights I learned from last year, the proper way to hang them with these chains is the best way. Yeah, you can hard mount them so you can't move them, but what's the point of that? If you can't move your lights up and down, then you know you're drastically reducing your output. When you start seedlings, as anybody knows, is you want to get, once they pop up in Germany, you want to get the light as close as possible. And these fluorescent units, these lights get minimally heat. I could hold my hand on this all day. These leaves could touch this all day and it wouldn't burn a single thing, which is one good thing about fluorescent bulbs. The downside is they don't put out any heat again, so you have to supplement the heat. So yeah, that's the overview of my bench system and my lights. If you have any questions about exact materials that I used, feel free to leave it in a comment or send me a PM.